Good morning all, welcome once again to Learn News. This channel today is going to show you an important tool that will give a proper count of the total number of people affected in coronavirus disease worldwide. So for the past couple of weeks people are really worried and they are really anxious that what this disease is going to do and what will happen, what will be the outcome of this, if there is the mortality rate is high or low, and all. Many doubt and many questions are there. But let's take out the head count that the total world is affected state wise. So what I did is a handful amount of data is available over the internet, and there are many tracker tools and applications that are present nowadays for the past couple of weeks in YouTube and many other video tracking, video streaming channels. But what I did is a simple tracking tool. This is COVID tracker tool. Here, as you can see, the structure would be similar to this, and here within the Java, there you will find this is the package structure that I use, XYZ Linux COVID. And in this tracker, the primary three things are one controller, one model, one service, and one COVID tracker main application, which is used to learn the typical structure of a Spring Boot application. And here is the resource, and within that resource there are certain templates for viewing the exact head count. So how did this start? This start with a model. A model is a local stats or local statistics. Here is one model which will have a state, country, these attributes, and latest total cases and the difference from the previous day. And other than that, there is a service. A service does what? It actually reads from this URL, COVID CSV reader URL. This is the raw user content URL which gives a COVID-19 sample case in the form of CSV. And I have used that here in this method. So well, this is a service annotation that is used associated with this class that will highlight the Spring Boot and the container that from this class there is a service service is being invoked from this class. And here is the post construct annotation where whenever a constructor of COVID service IMPL will be generated, this method will get executed. Well, here what I did is from the connection HTTPS URL connection, I've used it an input stream which is being fed to the input stream reader. And with the input stream reader, with the help of the input stream reader, we have created a iterable of CSV record. CSV records iterable from this COVID URL reader, which is nothing but a input stream reader, buffered reader rather. And from that buffered reader, finally after getting these records, we are iterating it and finding out the certain parameters that are required, and we are putting everything in this list. And what this list will do is, you can see that in our controller class. In our controller class, it's not a REST controller, remind you. It's a simple controller class that is accepting whenever get mapping is done. Here this method will get invoked. Here simply a model is passed, and in that model we are calculating certain parameters like total reported cases, total as of now, total latest cases, means the number of increased, that means the difference from the previous day, summation of all that. Say Iran has 10 increment, Indonesia has 20 increment, then the summation is 30, like that. And then comes the last day's count. What was the last day's total cases? So it will be total reported cases minus total latest cases. That was the last day's count. And with that we have calculated the percentage as well that how many increment or decrement if it is happening at all. So here in the model attribute, we are populating certain variables and passing it to this homepage.html file. What does this homepage do is simply, it's here we have utilized Thymeleaf, Spring Boot along with Thymeleaf, where in this Jumbotron we have simply illustrated with some important datas like the percentage, increment. Along with that, we have segregated state-wise and country-wise the net cases that were reported and the changes in the count. So let's find out what it is in the browser? Well, in the browser, as you can see, when I am hitting this 8080, today's count is like 145193. So in 145193, this is the net count, and new cases reported today is around 16,850, and which is a 13.13% hike than the previous day's figure. And here you can see that if the country is like Thailand, the changes count is 5, and the net cases reported is 75 till date. So the previous day it was around 70. So and today's count is around 75. So 5 has increased. Mind you, this data whichever is giving is a 1 day old data. So today's count for Thailand is somehow greater than 75, and whatever the increment would be reflected in tomorrow's report if you publish. So Japan net cases reported is 701 and 62. Likewise here, if you go further like British Columbia, New South Wales, these are the states, and this is the country here. So country wise, if we see, let's check about India. India total for last day 12 o'clock at midnight, total case is around 82, and the increment is 9. So somehow today's data, don't know, maybe greater than 82 if there are any new cases. And leaving aside the China's count, this is the entire device tracking tool along with the data that is present in the form of CSV. So we are finally doing what is we are converting the entire CSV data into a list of objects and populating and calculating certain parameters specific as per our requirement, calculating them and finally populating them in the variables that are being consumed in the HTML file with the help of Thymeleaf. So thank you once again for watching this, making this tutorial success once again, and please subscribe to my channel. Hope you like it, and I will also provide all the details in the description along with the Learn News link. Please do visit my site Learn News. It's my effort, and it's my complete effort. Single-handedly I have made it. Please make it successful. It would be success to you as well. Thank you. Thanks a lot.